What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at some eBay auctions and buy it nows that have ended over the past week. I don't think there's any singles on the list this week. It's just sealed product and slabs. And we're going to start off hot with a $9,000 sale. This is for a Pokemon Platinum base set booster box from 2009. I did put this into 130 point to be sure, and it did sell for $9,000 according to 130 point. So massive sale there. I think this is the first time we've covered a platinum base set booster box. I honestly didn't even know what these looked like. So very interesting and rare item that shows up on eBay this week. So that's great to see. And it's also going to be a trend, I think, throughout this video that you'll notice. There's lots of unusual items that sold this week. And I don't know if that's just coincidence. I don't know if that's buyers coming into the hobby and really targeting like low pop and rare items. That would be my guess. But you guys let me know towards the end of the video what you think. Next up, we have a black and white base set booster box. I think this is also the first time that we've seen one of these show up on the eBay auctions. This sold through Probstein, $5,022, 53 bids there. Box looks to be in, fairly decent shape. I would probably want to put this in acrylic again. Like once the box gets above maybe like $1,000, $2,000, I'd feel more comfortable having better protection than just a flimsy plastic thing like this. Maybe whoever's buying it is planning to put it in an acrylic case, but a very awesome piece of history. Now, next up, we have a Flashfire booster box. This did come with an acrylic case. It was listed for $11,000 or best offer. This is a fairly small seller in the United States, only 89 feedback. Decent photos. I mean, it looks like there's kind of a little bit of a bump to the booster box, so it's not in perfect condition, but looks fairly solid, like pretty close to as minty of a box as you can get from the XY era at this point. I threw this into 130 point, and the box sold for $9,500 USD, which is ridiculous because we've seen a lot of sales around this like 6,300 range, 6,400. I think even doing the XY spreadsheet update, I didn't see a sale this high. So I imagine that next month when I do it, this is going to skew the data. But either way, huge sale on Flashfire. I would imagine this is maybe a little bit of an outlier. I can't see the next boxes selling for this price, especially because I do think there were like 2 or 3 boxes listed around $7,500, $7,000, something like that on eBay. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I remember seeing. I would have to go double check the spreadsheet. But moving on, Team Up. You guys remember I made a video maybe like a week or two ago talking about Team Up, and there was a huge sale at like $9,400. People were saying it wasn't a legit sale. There was one in Ireland for I think $9,000, and we've seen multiple sales since then in the 9,000 range. This is just another example sold by the Pokey Hive out of San Antonio, Texas, $8,950 USD. No acrylic case, 23 bids. The box looks like it's in fairly decent shape. Probably not the best wrap. I mean, like the sides are kind of like, when the seal's kind of a bit thicker. I don't think most people enjoy that. They prefer kind of like the thinner look like on this side, but it's still a fairly good condition box, and we're constantly seeing Team Up at this point sell for $9,000. So when I said that we're gonna see a minty box with an acrylic case probably go for 10 grand this year, I don't think we're far off. Like it could honestly happen maybe next week, who knows, but very legit. At this point, a $9,000 box is Team Up. Now moving on, we have a couple vintage boxes selling before we get into some of these slabs that sold this week. This is a Fossil box. This was sold through Probstein, Fossil First Edition from 1999, $15,501, 59 bids there. Again, I'd probably get a better case for it. Box already has a bit of wear to it, but I mean, for a box that's 26 years old at this point, you can't really expect them to be in 100% perfect condition. Either way, a very big sale there, and not the biggest sale we saw for a booster box this week. We had a 1999 base set booster box. This is with the green wings, which I believe is referring to this Charizard with these wings being green. I'm pretty sure there's a different variation. I'm not positive about that though, so you guys let me know in the comments down below if they are referring to something different. But you can see this sold for 19,110 pounds sterling, so that's approximately $25,680 USD. 30 bids coming from a fairly large seller in the United Kingdom, Smithies TCG Ltd. And that is going to be it for the sealed sales this week, but there are lots of interesting slabs that sold. including some ridiculously high sales at the end of this video, but we'll start off with some smaller ones. This is the Lily from GX Battle Boost. I believe that says the Japanese set, BGS 9.5. This sold for $6,500 USD through Probe Scene. Massive sale on some of these Japanese cards. And it's not the only trainer card we saw sell this week. We had Misty's Favor, the English one from Unified Minds. This sold for $7,433. This is a BGS 10 black label though. I don't know what the pop is on this. I imagine it's fairly low. Very expensive sale there for a trainer card. Next up, Gengar Mimikyu, another Sun and Moon era card. This is from Team Up. It sold for $5,301. I saw multiple of these cards sell for around $5,300 this week. I think there was another BGS 10 non-black label, or was a PSA 10 that sold for exactly $5,300. I think there's a couple a little bit lower than that as well. But this was very close to getting a black label. You can see here the subgrades if we bring this up. The corners were 10, surface 10, edges 10, centering 9.5. So somebody was very close to getting a even larger payday with those BGS 10 black labels. Now moving on, talking about black labels, we have the Gengar VMAX. This is the Japanese version. BGS 10 black label sold for $6,050. That was again through Probe Scene. You're going to see a trend here. Lots of sales through Probe Scene. I believe that you only pay 5% on sales over $1,000 through them. It might even be lower for higher ticket items, but it definitely makes sense. I mean, like if you can get a better rate than just selling it yourself on eBay, and you're basically taking none of the risk going through a consignment service, it kind of seems like a no-brainer that lots of people are using these types of services nowadays. Now, next up, we are going to go through a couple of these kind of fast because we see these cards a lot. This is a BGS 10 Black Label Pikachu. This is the promo card, $5,900 there, again through Probestein. These ponchos, though, are not a poncho. This is the Luigi Pikachu one. This sold for 6,711 euros. That's approximately $7,880 USD. Lots of the Luigi and Mario Pikachus sell on a weekly basis. Like I could make an hour-long video showing you guys all the sales of these in PSA 10s and BGS 10s and black labels. And instead of doing that, I kind of try and pick out the more popular Pokemon that you can actually pull from a booster box. I mean, I've just never been a huge fan of talking about promos, but if there are massive sales, I'll discuss them. I also try and pick out some rare cards that maybe don't sell super often. You're going to see a couple of these on the list coming up here in a second, but the Birds, Latias, and Latios GX from Team Up again, PSA 10, sold for $10,999 through Arizona TCG. I did put this into 130 point, and it did sell for basically $11,000 USD. And then we also had a Japanese version, BGS 10 Black Label. This sold for $11,100. So a BGS 10 Black Label in Japanese is basically the same price as a PSA 10 in English. We all know that the BGS 10 Black Label in English, the last one that sold was what, $40,000 or $20,000? I honestly can't remember. It was a ridiculous number. Now, next up, we have another Pikachu. I don't know why this was super far forward, but this is the Mario one. Just another example, $12,000, 17 bids, fairly small seller actually out of the US. Tons of these sell on a weekly basis, but I figured I'd throw one in because I don't think we've talked about that in a while. Next up, the Mew. These sell all the time as well. This was, I think, the most expensive sale I saw over the past week, $16,500. This was actually in the US. We saw a lot of these selling out of China. This one was coming out of Spokane, Washington. Fairly small seller here. Dark Grocery, TCG 57 feedback there. So very interesting. Next up, Metagross Gold Star. This is English from Delta Species, EX Delta Species 2005. CGC Pristine 10. We don't see a ton of CGC cards sell. This went through ZNG Emporium, $14,000 USD, 43 bids there. Next up, we have a Japanese Gold Star Groudon, and I don't even know what set this is from, so you guys can let me know, or if this is like a promo card or whatever. $16,100 USD there, 66 bids. This was through Probestein again. And just a few more here. We're going to have a couple vintage cards. So Blastoise, this is a first edition PSA 10 that sold for $17,604.69. Brand new selling account though, so I'm kind of confused about this. I could have sworn this card was worth a lot more than $17,000. Then again, I don't really follow the vintage market that well, so if I'm wrong about that, definitely feel free to leave a comment down below. I just thought it was a little bit of a weird sale, but maybe that's just me being paranoid. You guys let me know in the comments down below, but I figured I'd bring it up. Then we have a couple Charizards on the list. Slab Sharks Incorporated. This is a PGC10. PGC10, I think this is the first time we've ever had a PGC card. $20,792 Canadian. That's about $15,173 USD. This is a first edition Charizard PGC10, whatever that means. I don't know what the equivalent would be in PSA. I don't know what the value exchange is. I could have sworn that Charizard PSA 10s were like way more than this, but maybe that's like shadowless versus ones with shadow. I don't know. Again, you guys who know the vintage market better, feel free to educate me in the comments down below. I really do appreciate it. Couple more here. This is a 2000 Pokemon Topps Chrome Charizard PSA 10. It looks like the pop is 13 on this, and this sold for $20,299 USD through ZNG Emporium. And then we have a very interesting card here. This is a BGS 10 Black Label. This is the Japanese Charizard, I believe, from the 25th anniversary, and it's autographed by I'm going to get this name wrong, Mitsuhiro Arita, who I believe is the artist behind Charizard. And this card sold for 22,000 euros or best offer. I did put it in to 130 point to check, and it did sell for 22,000 euros. So that does come out to the approximate $25,832 USD. Very big sale there. And it looks like it comes with like the Beckett letter of authenticity. So it looks like it's a legit card and everything's settled there. And then finally, guys, the most expensive sale of the week. Can you guys guess? I'm going to give you guys a few seconds. Feel free to leave a comment down below. 3, 2, 1. It is an Umbreon Gold Star PSA 10 Pop Series 5. So not the Celebrations reprint. It sold for $95,000 or best offer. Obviously, spoilers, it wasn't 95 grand, but I put it into 130 point, and it looks like a best offer of $47,000 USD was accepted for this card. And this was coming from a fairly small seller. I mean, only 606 feedback. That's not huge, but this is one of those cards that's very difficult to find. I think the pop on this, especially in a PSA 10, is very low. And we actually saw multiple of this card sell this week. I believe a raw copy sold for like $6,200 or something like that. There was a BGS 6.5 that I think also sold, which is odd. So I don't know if someone's targeting this card specifically, trying to buy up as many copies as possible. Maybe it's just a coincidence that so many sold this week. You guys let me know, as always, in the comments down below what you think. Let me know what your favorite auction or buy it now of the week was. Mine probably is going to be this Umbreon Gold Star in a PSA 10 just because it is a super rare card that almost never shows up. But as someone who is a sealed investor for the most part, the platinum base set booster box and then the black and white base set booster boxes also I think are very interesting just because we really don't see these too often. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you're having a great weekend. Stay safe wherever you are in the world. I'll catch you in the next one.